it says, read text C, Wanaka in the insert, and then answer questions 2A to D on this question paper. Now, we'll go through Wanaka just now. Identify a word or phrase from the text which suggests the same idea as the words. The writer felt that the training presentation had been designed to emphasize that the least attractive job on the resort was being a lifty. Now, what we're expected to do here is we want a specific quotation from the text. Where people go wrong here is that they don't give me a quotation from the text. They will come up with some random word. Another place they go wrong is where it says something like great numbers of hikers. So if I want great numbers of hikers, I don't just want something that represents the word hikers. I want to show that there is a great number. So if the word you're using does not adequately replace great numbers of hikers, then you have not achieved the task. Struggle to walk, almost falling, express himself in a tone of gloating satisfaction. Now, using your own words, explain what. So this is what this is looking at is, do you understand words in their context? Okay, so let's just quickly create a thing here. Every time I use a word that I think is a word that you should know, I'm going to just create a page here. So do you use words in their context, and do you understand the context that you're using the word in? We're testing comprehension, but comprehension is what? What do you understand from the word comprehension? So to read a piece and extract words or phrases from it. Here it says, I've got an ability to understand the meaning or importance of something. So we might need to understand the meaning of it or the importance of it, because that comprehension is two-pronged. If I understand what you're saying, do not walk in front of the car, but I do not understand the importance of it, then I think it's up for negotiation. Therefore, I haven't comprehended what you're saying. Does that make sense? So let's quickly do an etymology lookup. Etymology, by the way, is the history of a word. So we've got the noun, the adjective. We actually do want the adjective, because when we're talking about comprehension, we're talking about your ability to comprehend, or the way that you have understood it. But here it is as a, let's look at it as a noun. I think that's quite appropriate here. So comprehension is the act or fact of understanding, and it comes from the Old French comprehension. I don't know how you would say that. And it actually comes from Latin, which is nominative comprehensio, which is a seizing, a laying hold of, an arrest. So if you actually have comprehension, you have laid hold of it, you have arrested the idea, you have fully taken it as your own. And so this is what we're wanting when we're doing a comprehension. When we're testing comprehension, we want to know, can you fully take this idea as your own and run with it? Okay? Do you perceive it? Do you can you put all the things together? Can you create some kind of unity between the different components? And the reason this is important is because to comprehend is to synthesize the information. What do you think the opposite of comprehend is? Or rather, what do you think the next level of comprehend is? If you can comprehend something, then it allows you to do what? So I'm going to write it, if you can comprehend, you will be able to analyze. Because to analyze is to take what you understand and not the whole, but break the whole into its different parts so that each part can be handled separately. Pretty interesting, hey? How they work together. Okay, so we're looking at comprehension here. So we've got different levels of understanding. Okay, so we've got our very basic level is our grammar level. Okay, and our grammar, I'm not just talking about how you speak or whatever. I'm talking about grammar on a larger scheme, grammar as an act of understanding. Okay, so grammar as an act of understanding is your most basic thing, it's your facts. Okay, but then grammar as an act of but then from there we use these facts and we build some kind of logic around it. Okay, so here we've got this grammar question, but it's also seeing, do you understand the words? But you have to apply logic and understanding to be able to see, does this word match directly? Now, from there, we look at explain what the writer means by each of the words underlined. So here we're looking at some kind of synthesis. Okay. Can you take your understanding? Can you take your understanding and put it into words? If you are not able to put your understanding into words, it may be that you do not fully understand it. Einstein, I think it was Einstein, said if you cannot explain it to a 5-year-old, you don't understand it well enough. And so I'm working very, very hard personally to be able to understand everything I talk about well enough to be able to explain it to a 5-year-old, which is quite a mission, but I mean it's fun. So here, we're looking at the words underlined, and we need to explain what is meant by it. So the first thing that's underlined here is overlooked by bosses, providing each person crewing the lift is capable of running it on their own. I wasn't I wasn't. Backcountry was everything outside the marked boundaries of the ski area, avoided for the fear of avalanches. So over here, we're looking at the word overlooked, crewing, and avoided. So naturally, if you want to explain the word avoided, you cannot use the word avoid to explain the word avoided. If I want to explain the word overlooked, I can't be like mislooked. I can't use the word look to explain the word look. And this is a little bit, this is also testing your comprehension of these words. Testing, do you actually understand what these words mean as components? Because our first question was, it takes you on a journey. Our question 1 is basically broad comprehension. Do you understand the whole text? Question 2 is looking at, do you understand the elements of the text? Okay. And then that's why we're looking at overlooked, crewing, avoided. Then we go into question C, where we're looking at use one example from the text below to explain how the writer suggests his opinion of the training provided. So here, we're not looking at the component of the text, which is the words, but we're looking at how the writer explains something. Okay. So we're looking for the how. Okay. And the how is a type of synthesis of this information that you've got. Because we're taking our understanding of the greater text, applying the understanding of the basic components, and we're seeing, okay, these basic components put together allow the writer to explain the thing. And so these are the components that the writer is using to explain this thing. Okay, so I'm just helping you through this journey of the exam. And then here we go to question D, which is your writer's effect. Now, your writer's effect is expecting you to apply everything from question 2, where you're looking at your understanding of the text as a whole, your understanding of the components of the text, the paragraphs, and then your understanding of the words. and how these words create style, how they create emphasis, how they create emotion, how they create meaning. And so that's what we're looking at there.